very good Hump Day Wednesday to you. I am Dave Koz. Welcome to day of the 12 Days of Kozmas. Is it day 9?
Yes.
Janice is keeping track, thankfully, for me, because I have actually lost complete track of the days. It is day 9 of our 12 Days of Kozmas. Thank you very much for joining us. Hello to all of our friends. Hi, Connie. Yay, day 9 Kozmas time. Hi, Mike. It is Hump Day. Thank you guys so much for being here. I know you got a lot of stuff going on right now. It's the holidays, it's the mad rush, the online shopping, etc. Trying to keep your family and yourself safe. So, but this is what this whole thing has been about for the last 9 days, is a chance to just have a little coffee clatch, a little lunchtime chill session where we don't have to worry about anything. We can be as silly as we want to be. My other sister in Minnesota, Randy Johnson, she and I have a little evening chat about the day's show, and she says, you are very weird. And that I think was her direct quote last night. She said, "You're very weird and wacky and silly in this show." And that's when I say, yeah, by design, because usually I have to keep it together. But because this is a live show, we have no idea, and Janice serves me alcohol every day. It can get a little loopy, which is just my kind of thing. We call this whole experience, if you're just tuning in for the very first time, we call this in honor of the holidays, the 12 Days of Kozmas. There it is. It's a red day. Thank you, Brian. And here is my Mr. Rogers moment of the day. It is day 9. There's my little handy thing that I'm going to pin on the tree. We're going to go right here. For day 9, right here, I think, day 9 of the 12 Days of Kozmas. The 12 Days of Kozmas has a few components every day. We have a theme of the day. We have a drink of the day, thank God. We've got a gift of the day. We've got a guest of the day today, which I'll tell you about in just a second. And, of course, we have a song of the day. But before we get to any of all of that, I do want to tell you that the whole reason for doing this, the impetus for coming up with this idea to hang with you every day at 12 noon here on the West Coast, 3 o'clock on the East Coast, whatever time zone you happen to be at along the way, is the lead up to our December 12th live stream, which is happening this Saturday night. It's the one night only virtual concert. We call it the Greatest Hits of Christmas. I'm very, very excited about this because during this time of year, as you may know, we would be out on the road doing this would have been our 23rd annual Christmas tour. Sadly, because of COVID, we can't tour. So we're doing the next best thing, and that is doing a one-night virtual show. And Brian, put that back up for 1 second. I'll walk you through who's coming with me. All my buddies, my best buddies in the world, are joining me for this, and I'm so excited about that. I'm very grateful to them for doing this as well. And you have no idea, with all the protocols that are existing right now with COVID and trying to mount something like this, it is not an easy thing to pull off with all the having to make sure that we're doing everything correctly. But when you see us on Saturday night, if you have a live stream ticket, please know that we've done every precaution. We've all been tested. We have a COVID manager on site, so we can just relax and enjoy the show. Tickets are available at my website, davekoz.com. Jonathan Butler will be there. Rick Braun will be there. Richard Elliott will be there. David Benoit. Peter White will be there. Rebecca Jade, fantastic singer. And we are really looking forward to having a great time with all of you watching on your couch. And by the way, that means that your couch serves as your seat, which means that everybody has, as I like to say, a front couch seat. Stephanie Blair coming on Saturday. Thank you very much, Stephanie. By the way, a couple quick things. There is a add-on to the experience. If you want to add on a meet and greet with me, you can do that just at the website. You can just scroll down and see meet and greet add-on, and we can have a little visit on our phones, believe it or not, through the miracle of technology on Sunday, the day after the show. And I think there's a couple of meet and greets left, last time I checked. And by the way, yesterday when Jonathan Butler was our special guest on this show, we announced that we were going to do something special for all the people in this country that, due to COVID and the economic hardships that we've all faced this year, that we wanted to make a provision for Saturday for people who, for whatever reason, could not afford a ticket. And this is very important to me. I know it's very important to Jonathan. That's why we wanted to do this, is because I know how hard people have been hit this year in so many unpredictable ways. And so we never want that to get in the way of people enjoying Christmas. So we've got a special link that you can go to and fill out a form. There it is, bringing the joy of Christmas. This is where can this be found, by the way? Is this at my website? Do we have where is that, Janice? Is that on the website, or where is it? It's a particular link.
Oh, Brian's going to pop it up in the chat.
Brian is going to pop up the link in the chat. That's the link. If for whatever reason you can't afford a Christmas live stream ticket, just hit this link right here and fill out the form. No questions asked. You will be granted free access to Saturday. And I hope that you take us up on it, because we want to have the most inclusive, most heartfelt, most warm, most fun Christmas celebration on Saturday. Because if there was ever a time that we needed some lighthearted warmth and fun, it's 2020, Christmas 2020. So anyway, let me tell you about our guest today. We have a true huge guest with us today. You may not know her name, but she is what we call a master of wine. And evidently, there are only 53 people. Remember that number, 53. Remember that number, 53. There are only 53 people in the world. That means on planet Earth, only 53 people that can call themselves Master of Wine. And she is one of them. Her name is Vanessa Conlin, and she'll be joining us. She's the head of wine for a partner of ours called Wine Access, which is a fantastic wine club. We'll tell you about how you can take advantage of this wonderful offer that they've done for us, for our fans, giving you $20 off your first three purchases of $50 each. And there is where you can find out about this promotion, wineaccess.com/Dave Koz. And we'll wait till Vanessa joins us to share our 12 wines of Christmas. That's right. Vanessa and I worked on this together. That's right. I worked on this list with a master of wine. Only 53 in the whole world.
They got it, Dave.
She knows me. We know each other. She's a big deal. Okay, our drink of the day, of course, wine. Screw top helps with the show. Janice picked this out of my wine cellar today. She, you liked a Shiraz. I like Shiraz. That is from, I believe that is from made in South Africa, Western Cape, South Africa. Just in time for Jonathan Butler almost. Carmen Stevens, Angels Reserve 2017 Shiraz. This is nice. I like Shiraz because it's got or Shiraz, some people say. It's got a nice bite to it, like a little peppery bite. I would like to say cheers to you. If you are at home, not working, or even if you're at home working and you want to join me in a glass of, it is December. Why not? I will raise my glass to you. Got a beautiful nose. That's what they say. I wonder if it has some nice legs too. Maybe we can ask Vanessa what the whole deal with legs are. Mm-hmm. Okay. Vanessa, if you're watching, cheers to you. Oh, that is, Janice, you picked a really great one. That is beautiful. Almost tastes like juice. It goes down very, very easily. Okay, we will be showing you, that's not one of them, by the way, but we will be sharing with you the Dave Koz 12 Wines of Christmas, where you can find those out at wineaccess.com. We'll get to that in just a minute. But right now, our theme of the day is classic Christmas desserts. So much of a Christmas dinner or holiday dinner revolves around desserts. So we found a really, really great website. Actually, by saying we, I really mean Janice. Found a great website that Brian is going to pop up for us right now, which details the 33 festive Christmas desserts. And I believe that this is on foodandwine.com. And we can just go through a few of these right now together. Gingerbread and white chocolate mousse trifle. Yeah. I love the layered thing of that. That looks so festive. Okay, what else we got, Brian? Salted caramel pie. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. 7-layer Dobos tort. I don't know what that is, but chocolate buttercream. Wow. Oh, Greenhouse Tavern. Very, very cool. Okay, that looks beautiful. So festive. Here is a slow cooker sour cream cheesecake, always a favorite around my house. Cheesecake. Caramel pear cheesecake trifle. What is a trifle, by the way? I don't know what a trifle is. Is it a trifle or trifle? I know what truffle is.
Trifle is just a dessert. It's layered.
Layered dessert? That's what a trifle is? Are you just making that up, Janice?
No.
Okay.
I've had it. I don't know how to make one, but...
Come on, chop, chop. Ginger puddings with bittersweet chocolate sauce and ginger. Now, this is very English right now. The sticky toffee pudding, which is one of my favorite desserts of all time, with a nice big dollop of ice cream on that. That looks similar to that. Okay, what else we got? We'll do a couple more. Italian trifle with marsala syrup. Okay, that looks very good. One more. Orange-scented buttermilk cake loaves. This is all a recipe to put on weight at the holiday time, which is what we all do. And you know what? It's fine. January 2nd, you can worry about it. This is a year to indulge yourself and have fun and enjoy yourself in the food department. That's what at least what I'm telling myself. We also wanted to talk to you today, since we're talking about classic Christmas desserts. We wanted to open up the discussion today on the show about fruitcake. And so what is the deal with fruitcake? When I was talking with Vanessa, our master of wine, one of only 53 people who have that title in the world, we were talking about fruitcake, and she was saying that her mom had a theory, which I've heard before, that there's only one fruitcake on planet Earth, and it just gets regifted over and over and over. But what is the deal on fruitcake? Because I don't know actually anybody who likes it, and yet we see it year round. There is a website that Janice found that details famous fruitcake recipes. See, the thing that's weird about it, too, for me, and if you're a fruitcake lover, please send something in the chat and tell me why you love fruitcake. What is it about fruitcake that you love? Because to me, it doesn't look edible, first of all. It looks like something that you should have like as a
you shouldn't have.
Yeah, it looks like something that you shouldn't have as opposed to have. Because the colors and the jelly aspect and then the nuts and everything. Janice went to the store today.
Thank you, Gelson's.
Gelson's here in Southern California, and bought a fruitcake. How much did this cost?
$20.
$20 for this fruitcake. Because I wanted to just be a bold person and try it. So I'm going to try and get it out of the canister here, or the foil. Okay. By the way, it weighs about...
People say it's a good doorstop.
Mark Hewlett loves fruitcake? You do not. I'm just making that up.
It reminds him of his grandma.
Okay. I'm taking a little slice of this right now. By the way, this fruitcake weighs about 30 pounds. And it's hard as a rock. I don't understand. Do they not understand the word
Shannon
moist?
says maybe with wine.
Hold on, let me just try this.
And then have a sip of wine and try it again.
Shannon? There's a lot of weird things in there. Like, I'm not really sure what it is when you're chewing on it. Conlon Street Bakery in Texas makes the best fruitcake. Okay. Thank you, Nancy. Let me just wash this down with a little wine. Actually, the wine makes it better. The wine makes everything better, though, of course. We know that. This is delicious wine, by the way. Okay. So in case you're looking for some fruitcake recipes, you can find that there. What was that website, by the way? Fruitcake Recipes?
It's on Pinterest.
Oh, it's on Pinterest. Okay.
Yeah.
Pinterest. All right, let's get to our wonderful guest right now. That's the website for the Fruitcake Recipes. I would like to welcome this very, very wonderful person. She's a new friend. I just met her yesterday, but I absolutely adore her. And I'm very proud of our relationship because I don't know many people who are as accomplished as this person is. Very accomplished. As I mentioned at the top of the show, she is a master of wine, one of 53 people in the world that have that title. She is the head of wine for wineaccess.com, which are our new partners, and we'll tell you a little bit about a promotion that we're doing with them in just a bit. But right now, help me welcome to the 12 Days of Kozmas, Day 9, Master of Wine, Vanessa Conlin. Hi, Vanessa!
Cheers, Dave. Thanks for having me.
Hold on, let me get my glass. Cheers to you.
A little virtual cheers. Yep.
How are you today?
I'm great. And, I was listening to your conversation about fruitcake, and I'd say the one thing that I like about fruitcake is that if it's offered to me, then I'm fine saying to the host or the hostess, you know what? I'm full. I'll just have another glass of wine.
So this is something that people can use. Some advice from you. Some master of wine advice.
My gift to you. Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I've made a big deal about how rare what you do is and how someone ascends. So if you don't mind me asking, because I didn't know about this, and I'm sure that most of the people watching don't know how you become a master of wine. What's entailed in actually creating that title for yourself?
So it's essentially it's the highest credential that you can receive in the world of wine. And so in order to enter the program, you have to prove that you basically passed every other certification that you can, that you have a history in the wine business already. You have to be recommended in the program, and then you have to actually take an exam to be accepted. And then beyond that, there's sort of several grueling years of, exams that involve essays, that involve blind tasting. So when I say blind tasting, I don't literally mean we're blindfolded, but we're just, handed glasses, and there's nothing that we know about it other than what we can see, smell, taste. And so we actually blind taste 36 wines as part of the exam. And then we have to write a research paper beyond that. So essentially what it takes is you have to be a little nuts. You have to completely forfeit your social life for several years and just be willing to drive your family absolutely insane.
But you get to drink a lot of wine.
So you get to drink a lot of wine. I think that, when we taste wine, to study and for blind tasting, we actually spit it out, which seems like a crime, but you'd be schnocker to not be able to finish the exam. So I really believe that I have probably spit out more wine than most people drink in their lifetime.
And good wine too.
Good wine.
Yes. The wine that you want to spit out.
Yeah. Every once in a while, just put that aside for later. But yeah.
So let me ask you, Vanessa, because it's the holiday time, and I don't need to tell you that fans of jazz music coincide with fans of wine. Wine and jazz, I should say wine and saxophone go together so perfectly. And I'm a big fan of wine. I love it. I feel like I'm a novice in my knowledge of it. But for the people that are watching today, can you give us a little tidbit on how to select the right wine for your Christmas or your holiday dinner? How do you do that? The best wines that go along with holiday food.
You got it. Well, of course, holiday meals are notoriously hard to pair because there's usually a lot of different flavors on the table. Sometimes it's potluck. Obviously, this year is a little different for people, but it's tough, because it's not like you're planning a menu the way you would normally, or, go to a restaurant and you have sort of your appetizer and your main course and then your dessert. So a couple things that work really well kind of across the board would be my go-to, which is champagne, which goes with almost anything. It also just makes people happy, So champagne or other sparkling wine is great. It's also really refreshing because, especially when we have this sort of heavier flavors on the table, sometimes it's just a really good palate cleanser, sort of, mid-meal. Again, and if someone offers you fruitcake, you can have champagne for dessert. Drink your calories instead. So those are great. Believe it or not, rosé is actually a great pairing for that same reason that it's very versatile. It can go with kind of the lighter foods, the richer foods, and it's still refreshing. And then I like to, depending on the meal, when we talk about red wines, there's of course tannin present. Tannin comes from the skins of the red grapes. It gives the wine its color, but also that sort of textural component that is sort of that drying sensation or that feeling of sort of structure on your palate. And some lower tannin wines can often be good for that as well in terms of versatility. So things like Pinot Noir, if you like Beaujolais, which is Gamay from Burgundy, that's a great choice as well. But I mean, come on, if you're going for like, a prime rib or something, I say, just go right to the big boys. You can do like, a big Napa Red blender or a Cab.
Oh, wait a minute. Can you hold that bottle up one more time?
Yes.
How did
this
you
is
know?
actually
How
in
did
your
you know?
set. Well, because we go way back in terms of
Yesterday.
our deep friendship and our collaboration, our wine collaboration runs deep. So no, this is in your set. It's the Joseph Phelps Insignia, which is very, very famous Napa Valley red wine. And if you're going to go something heavy on your table this year, like that rack of prime rib or whatever, this would be a great choice. But also in your set, sorry.
I was just going to say that wine is a big boy. It actually, when you hold that bottle of wine, the Joseph Phelps, it's like you could bench press with that wine. It also is heavier than a fruitcake, from what I understand.
It is. No, you could. I mean, my gym is closed right now, so this is actually that's my workout. But there's some lighter wines in your set too. There is a rosé, the Lorenzo, which is a great little family-owned company out here in Napa Valley. And then there's a Pinot Grigio, the Castelfelder, which is in my glass here, which will be on my holiday table because my family tradition is we make Cioppino.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's a fun holiday pairing too.
Well, let me ask you this before we visit the 12 wines. Because this is an awkward and weird holiday season where a lot of people, like at Thanksgiving, they will be having sort of Zoom dinners together where they're not actually there in person, but virtual dinners together, celebrations and that sort of thing. So how can you share a bottle of wine? So if you're saying, here we're going to do our turkey or our prime rib or whatever it is, and we want to share a bottle of wine, how can people share a bottle of wine with their pairings, that is, virtually?
Well, I mean, a great way would be to do something like go to your set on Wine Access in advance, and I'll order the same wines to pair. But there's also a great little format of half bottles, which I don't know if you read online, but small turkeys, were trending this year at Thanksgiving because people are having smaller gatherings. And so for me, even though it's a smaller gathering, I still want to try a number of different wines. So it's a great year to explore half bottles, and then that way you can maybe order the same thing as your family. But the other thing I think that this brings up too this year is, in that we're not all together and maybe you don't have the exact same wines, is that food and wine pairing should be fun. And there's really no right or wrong. We have sort of general principles that we know to work, but a great unexpected pairing could come of this as well. So let's say, hey, we all decided we're going to make steak, but I forgot to buy Cabernet and all I have is Chardonnay. Well, actually, one of my colleagues at Wine Access, one of his favorite pairings is Chardonnay and steak, which is something you don't hear very often. So I think there are many ways to enjoy it and make this kind of an adventure rather than sort of inhibiting our joy this season.
That's a wonderful way of putting it. I love that. Adventure is a good word for 2020. We've been on a wild adventure. Let's see if we can pop up the website with our 12 wines that Vanessa and I chose in honor of our special promotion, Dave Koz's 12 Wines of Christmas, going along with the 12 Days of Kozmas. Now, one quick question, Vanessa. If people order this now, Wine Access could guarantee that it will arrive before Christmas?
Yes. Yes, these are in stock and will ship the next day. I would just say, this time of year, it's the carriers get really overwhelmed with all the various shipments. So I would advise on ordering it early just because there can be delays outside of our control. But these are in stock, ready to go. Yes.
And I should say that Wine Access gave us, our fans, anybody that's watching today, a special offer that's not for anybody else. It's $20 off your purchase, your first 3 purchases of $50 or more. And there's what we tried to do, Vanessa and I, was to create a nice palette of different types of wines, both in varietals and in costs. Because sometimes you can get a fantastic bottle of wine for $15, and then there are other times when you want to spend $80 or $150 on a bottle of wine. But I also think that there's there's always. What was your quote today? We were talking about the insignia and opening it, but if it's just you and a huge, wonderful, very expensive bottle of wine, sometimes you feel like, oh, this is not a special enough occasion to open this special bottle of wine. Your response to that is?
Open it, and it is the occasion. You make it the occasion.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
you can't take it with you, right?
That's right. There's some really wonderful wines here. There is the one that you just passed, going up a little bit, Brian. There we go. The Pride Mountain. That is a delicious. Ooh. There you go. Pride Mountain Merlot 2017. This is one that Vanessa and I both consider one of our favorite bottles of wine. There's the Kasselfelder.
Yep.
Momestino Grigio. Delicious. That's the one you're drinking today?
Yes.
$15 for that, and you've got a master of wine opening it and enjoying it. Vermilion red. I'm not drunk, okay? I'm not drunk yet, but I can't say red wine blend very fast. Let's see a couple more of these. There's the Dutton Goldfield Chardonnay, Lawson Sauvignon Blanc. That's the one that I love from New Zealand. New Zealand, down under, boy, they make fantastic Sauvignon Blancs down there. That was one of my favorites. And then the Hourglass HG Red Blend Napa. Of course, Napa wines. You can't go wrong with Napa. Is Napa still considered the best of the best, at least in the United States?
I mean, it is considered a world class. See, I'm not drunk either, and I can't. World class growing region. Yes, which is actually, it's pretty impressive given that this is a really small valley. This whole valley is only 30 miles long and, and about 5 miles wide at its widest. So given that, it's, yes, it's considered one of the top regions, not just in the United States, but really in the world, especially for things like Cabernet Sauvignon.
There is the website right there, wineaccess.com/Dave Koz. If you're interested in perusing the 12 wines of Christmas that Vanessa and I picked, you can just head over there. And the kind folks at wineaccess.com have given our fans a special offer for this holiday, $20 off your first 3 purchases of $50 or more. Sorry about that big oaf in the middle of that slide there. But the wines are really, really good. That I promise you. Vanessa, I cheers to you. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I'm hoping that this is the start of a long wine drinking relationship for you and me. I hope
absolutely.
We can continue to do this for many years to come because I have a lot to learn from you.
I would be delighted. So cheers to that, Dave, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Vanessa Conlin, Master of Wine. Master of Wine. Very impressive. Thank you so much, Greg. Believe me, I don't think that's the. I mean, I feel like I've mastered it, but believe me, I have not. Just one last sip, and then we'll get in the way of giveaways. Boy, that is good. Thank you very much, Vanessa, and thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Connie. All right, let's do our Santa Koz for today. Our giveaways, my favorite part of the show. And let's see what we're going to do. Oh. This is a great gift. Wine Access gave us 2 gifts to give away. Are we giving that? It is one gift, right, Janice? It's one gift. One whole thing altogether. I think we should do it that way. Yeah, let's do it.
Whatever you say.
Okay. It is a Wine Access. If you're a lover of wine, this will come in very handy. It's a leather wine carrier. There it is. Beautiful. Plus a corkscrew. And I think this is a special corkscrew, something about it. I can't remember what they call it. I should have asked Vanessa about that. But this is like a industrial strength corkscrew. So it's a Wine Access leather wine container and the corkscrew. That's a really nice gift. And we're going to do it, going to give it to the person who correctly answers this question first. And that is, how many masters of wine are there in the entire world? Now, if you've paid any attention
Dave Simon already answered before you finished that.
Dave Simon won it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, there we go. Janice says Dave Simon.
Brian, 53.
Yep, Dave Simon's our winner. He answered it before I even got Brian 53. And there is our winner. Hi, Dave. Thank you for watching. And we will send you the wine access grab bag. That's really funny, isn't it? I love it. All right. By the way, let me just talk before we get to the. Oh, you know what? Let me just.
Another gift.
Yeah, I have another gift. I'm sorry. Janice has taken this out of the archives. This is my entire Christmas collection. Now, I've told you on this show many, many times, I am a Jewish person that has 7 Christmas albums. What is wrong with this picture? There's something terribly wrong with this picture. I mean, sue me. I love Christmas music. So there is my first one. There it is. This was number 2. No, this was number 2. That's got all the other guests on it. This is number 3, I think. Number 4. There's the 20th anniversary with my buddies. This was the 25th of December that came out a few years ago. And this one came out last year, produced by Darren Ron, my buddy. Gifts of the season. We will give this away, this gift package, the entire Christmas collection, to a person at random. Brian, close your eyes, touch your screen. Whoever you got will be the winner of this. Hopefully they like it. And we'll throw in, Donna G. Dean. Donna, I'll sign all these a little later for you to make sure that you get them. And we'll throw in a copy of A New Day, which is my latest project, which came out earlier this year in October. Congratulations, Donna. Now on to the sweater. Today's sweater lights up, as you can see. It's kind of a nice sweater. This is actually fitting me rather well. I like it a lot. We're auctioning off these ugly Christmas sweaters to benefit the Starlight Children's Foundation on our 12 Days of Christmas. And we've raised a whopping number for Starlight. Starlight, in case you don't know, helps kids that are in the hospital for long periods of time. These are wonderful kids that, because of their affliction, can't be the kids that they want to be. So Starlight comes in and creates some amazing programs for the kids and their family to add a sense of normalcy to a very not normal situation. So we appreciate the incredible work that Starlight has done. I've worked with them for almost 25 years and know firsthand these are quality individuals. Yesterday, for our sweater, I want to thank the donors. We had Doris Renita Frazier, and an anonymous donor donated $1,000 yesterday. Didn't even ask for a sweater. They just wanted to donate $1,000. And then also, the number 1 winner of the donations yesterday was Donnell Johnson. And Donnell Johnson will walk away with yesterday's sweater, bringing our grand total. Actually, that total that you just flashed on the screen didn't include the anonymous $1,000. So we are up to $9,195. $9,195 raised for the Starlight Children's Foundation. If you would like to bid on today's sweater, remember that your donation goes directly to Starlight when you make it. There is the link. You can find the link in the bio. Just hit the link and make a donation. If you would like this sweater, I will sign it for you, like I'm going to sign yesterday's sweater for Donnell. This is really, really nice. Could be the envy of all your friends. I'm not sure about these 2 things right there with the lighting up, but that's besides the point. All right. You can hit the link in the chat and make a bid for today's sweater, and I hope that you do. Let's raise. I'd love to be able to get, before the 12 days of Kozmas are done, I'd love to be able to get over $10,000 for Starlight, because that would be really, really special. They're such wonderful people doing amazing things for kids. All right. And by the way, you can also give the gift of music. If you want to give a live stream ticket to someone who might be a fan or might need a little Christmas cheering up this year, you can go to my website, davekoz.com, follow the links for our live stream, and be able to gift a ticket to somebody in your life. And that would be a beautiful thing. Every seat is a front row seat or a front couch seat. And it's a really nice experience. And I think we're going to have a great, great time on Saturday. I cannot wait to make music for you. So I hope you're going to be coming for that. Janice, anything else that we need to get to? Just
the
the
music.
just the music.
Mhm.
I would like to play one more sip of wine for inspiration. Janice, it's a beautiful.
Alex Korea says that wine is kicking in.
It's so good. Alex, that wine is delicious. Nice Shiraz. Okay, as you enjoy your fruitcake today, I will play a little Silent Night, one of my all-time favorites. God bless you, and thank you so much for joining us for day 9 of the 12 Days of Kozmas. I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Do we have any?
Hanukkah.
Oh, yeah,
And
tomorrow.
some special guests.
Tomorrow is the start of Hanukkah. I have no idea what kind of party it's going to be tomorrow or what I'll be drinking, but I hope that you'll join me. We have 2 very special guests. One that I can tell you, Rick Braun will be our special guest right here tomorrow. He's always a blast. I love that Rick Braun. And my sister is going to be coming tomorrow to celebrate the Hanukkah celebration with us. And maybe she'll bring a latke or 2. But I have a feeling that she's going to bring a Dr. Norm's cookie for all of us. You want to talk about loopy? We won't get into that. Anyway, have a great rest of your Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, a big thank you to Vanessa Conlin and everybody at Wine Access. Again, that website is wineaccess.com/Dave Koz. They're a wonderful partner, new partner for us, and we'd love to support them in a significant way. And plus, they know a lot about wine. So if you're a wine drinker and a wine lover like me, wineaccess.com/Dave Koz. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.